Hey, welcome to Christmas Eve, y'all. Anne from Doubting Believer here, and it is Christmas Eve. And I don't know where all of you are. And I mean that in a literal sense. I don't know geographically where you are watching this video from. But I also don't know where you are in life. I don't know where you are. If you're happy, if you're sad, if you're stressed out, if you're relaxed, if you're excited, if you're nervous. I don't know where you're coming from this Christmas Eve, but I do know that no matter where you are in this world and no matter where you are in your life, that there is something in the Christmas story for you. And that is part of what makes our Bible and the Holy Scriptures so amazing and miraculous. There is something in this story for you, y'all. And in case you don't know the story, I invite you to stop now and look up Luke chapter 2, verses 1 through 20. That is where you will find the Christmas story. Luke is the third book in the New Testament. So you go to the New Testament, Luke is the third book, second chapter, verses 1 through 20. Or if you watch the Charlie Brown Christmas special, Linus reads that very passage as part of the Christmas special. I like to call it the Linus passage. So if you don't know the Christmas story, I invite you to stop, look it up and read it. Hey, even if you do know it, you might want to give yourself a refresher. So Luke chapter 2, 1 through 20. And y'all, there is something in it for all of us. Let's see. Maybe you're not where you want to be this Christmas. And I mean literally, you're not in the place or the space where you want to be with certain friends, certain family. Maybe you did not get there because of work, because of difficult relationships, because of money problems. And many now are probably not going to be where they wanted to be because of weather. So maybe you're not where you wanted to be. Yeah, Mary and Joseph, they know how you feel. They did not want to be birthing a baby in a barn where no family or friends were around. If you've ever had a baby, and especially your first baby, can you imagine doing it without the support of your community? Much less no medical help or attention. So yeah, if you are not where you wanted to be this Christmas, yeah, Mary and Joseph know how you feel. They were not at all where they wanted to be that first Christmas either. Maybe you're in a place you didn't expect to be, not physically, but metaphorically, emotionally, so many otherlies. Maybe you're just not where you want to be. Maybe something happened this year that sent you in a different direction. Maybe through the course of the year, things have not worked out as you have planned, and you're just not where you want to be in life right now. Yeah, Mary's got you on that one, y'all. She is down with that. She knows how that feels. She was an unwed teenager who was told she was going to carry the baby of God. And if you don't think that turns your life upside down, yeah. If your life is not where you expected it to be and things have taken a turn and a twist, Mary gets you. Yeah, she totally gets you. She knows how that feels. So hey, maybe you are thrilled about Christmas. Maybe you are so excited that when you hear Christ is born, your heart just fills and you're so excited and you love everything about Christmas and you've baked the things and you've gotten the gifts and you've decorated and you're doing all that and you love it. You are on the side of the angels because it was the angels who burst into this dark night and filled up the sky with voices and heavenly hosts saying, "Good news, unto you a child is born." Now they scared the shepherds a little at first, but I think they got over it and got into the wonder of it all after that. So you are the ones who need to go out and share the good news. Try not to scare anybody. But yeah, if you are all on board with Christmas this year and you are excited, go and share the good news. You are on the side of the angels. Maybe you are in a place where you are feeling like people have told you you are not good enough. Maybe there are even people in your family who have told you you're not good enough. Maybe, if you're being honest, there's something inside of you that's telling you you're not good enough and you are feeling marginalized and othered. Yeah, the shepherds got you on this one, y'all. The shepherds are down with you. You know, the shepherds were not really fit for polite society. No one was inviting them over for dinner. They lived literally on the margins of town, on the outskirts of town, tending to sheep. They were dirty and smelly. They were way down the rung of hierarchy in terms of society. They were pretty much the lowest of the low. And yet, they are the ones who got to hear the good news first. They are the ones the angels showed up to first and shared the good news that unto you a child is born, and here's where you can find him. They got to be the first ones to see the baby Jesus, y'all. Those others, the marginalized, the people nobody wanted to have to their house for dinner. So if you are feeling marginalized or othered or unworthy, don't tell anyone, but I'm pretty sure you're one of God's favorites. God has a real habit of reaching out to those people that other people have decided are not okay. So if you are feeling not okay this Christmas, or someone has made you feel that way, the shepherds know how that feels. And know, then the shepherds are your people, y'all. The shepherds, they know how that feels, and they were the first ones to get the good news. You know, maybe you were facing an uncertain future. I mean, the truth is, the future is always uncertain. It's just that sometimes we are more acutely aware of it than at other times. And maybe you're having one of those times where there's nothing very certain about what's ahead of you, and that can be very anxiety-provoking. Well, Mary and Joseph know that too. They know that feeling. We don't usually cover this on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, but right after this Christmas story, Mary and Joseph had to go on the run with their baby because Herod was out to kill him. Herod was going to kill the baby Jesus, and they had to go to Egypt for 2 years. They had to run away from friends and family. They didn't know how long they were going to be there or when they could ever come home or if they were even going to make it home. So if you are facing an uncertain and unsure season in your life, yeah, Mary and Joseph know about that too. And perhaps you are grieving a loss. There's somebody who's not going to be at your table this year that you are really missing. Well, of course, Mary knows that feeling too. Even though it's not part of the Christmas story, we all know that Mary has to watch her son die a tragic, violent, state-sanctioned death. So she knows what it is to grieve and to feel that loss. So wherever you are in the world, in your life, know that the Christmas story is for you. Mary, Joseph, the shepherds, the angels, and then of course, that's kind of the whole point of the Christmas story, y'all. God became one of us. God knows what it is to be us. God, the Almighty God, the one, the only, omnipotent, God only wise, decided to become a human and to do it. Not like coming down in a big superhero moment, but to come in as a baby, born in a barn, and to live life as a human, so that we might know that God not only knows what it is to be us, that God is with us always. So wherever you are, in the world and in your life, know that God is with us, and there's something about this night, this day, Christmas Eve, there's something about Christmas Eve where that makes it easier to believe it. I mean, we should know it all the time, right? God is with us, God is with us. But there's something about Christmas Eve that makes it so much easier to believe, to hold in our hearts, and to live like we believe that. So this Christmas Eve, I invite you to remember that God is with us. God knows what it is to be us, and there is nothing we will ever go through that God doesn't know how we feel. So hold that in your heart tonight and do everything you can to take it into the days and the weeks and the year ahead so that you might live like people who really believe that God is with us. Merry Christmas, y'all. I hope wherever you are in the world and in your life, that you find some joy and peace and love and hope this Christmas season.